Navy Petty Officer Nathaniel Miller. I'm a Basic Public Affairs Specialist Course Instructor here at the Defense Information School on board Fort George G. Meade, Maryland. Today is day 21 of a 56-day training course for BPASC Class 070 TAC 10. We brought them out to the FTX site for their 3-day field training exercise. We divided our 48 students into 4 sections: red, green, blue, and orange. Some of the instructors, such as myself, are acting as the public affairs officers for the cells. Other instructors are playing civilian media. We're going to run through a bunch of training scenarios simulating real-world operations.
The first order of business for the students is to get their cells organized. Each public affairs officer has designated one student as the non-commissioned officer in charge or in COIC of that cell. A second student is designated as the assistant in COIC. Now each tent at the site houses 2 cells, but for training purposes, each cell has to pretend they are the only public affairs apparatus at our site in Afghanistan. Upon reaching the site, the NCOICs have to get their people organized. There are various desks that need to be manned: security, telephone duty, press releases, etc. Shortly after this, the instructors who are portraying the civilian media will come by and get themselves accredited. During this process, the first training scenarios will actually begin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your first briefing. This is where you will get all pertinent information you need to know so you can produce.
During the FTX, we have the students attend command briefings periodically so they can see how a commanding officer will be brought up to speed on events. These events can range from airplane crashes to attacks on our base in Afghanistan to the arrival of a distinguished visitor such as the President or Secretary of Defense. Now on day 1, we gather the whole class for the very first briefing, so everybody has an opportunity to see how it is conducted. On days 2 and 3, only one rep from each cell will attend. Now just as a note, while inside the wire or fence line for our FTX site, students are not required to wear their covers. Once the morning briefing and lunch are completed, it's back to work. The students have more media queries they have to research, more press releases they need to write and run by their PAOs for approval, and finally, the civilian media are requesting more interviews. Some of these interviews will deal with the news events that we've thrown at them. Others, such as the one being conducted here by Army Sergeant First Class Jacob Caldwell, are hometown interviews. These give the students a chance to talk about themselves and a little about what they think of the work they're doing.
Well, that about wraps up day 1 of the FTX for BPASC 070 TAC 10. The students will do an after-action report now with their instructor. This is the time to go over what went wrong during the day and also what went right. Tomorrow, we'll be back out here at 8 o'clock in the morning doing it all over again, but this time at a faster pace. For the BPASC Signal, I'm Petty Officer Nathaniel Miller.